Next, let's talk about the Internet of Things, or IoT. The IoT is a concept applied to a broad range of connected applications. IoT is impacting our business and home life, in many instances connecting the two, whether it's welcomed or not. What IoT is doing is providing automation through if-then, then-that formulas. Using a connected network of data collectors, communication devices, and cloud storage, IoT can provide solutions to simple and complex scenarios quickly and accurately. IoT is impacting infrastructure in all phases of its life cycle. Once existing conditions information has been obtained and processed, hopefully through the use of a UAV, it's time to start designing. But first, let's have a word from Carl Bass, the President and CEO of Autodesk. Now, I'm not going to read this slide out loud because it was something he said, but despite the crude analogy, he's kind of right. The Internet of Things is very powerful, but it's still in its infancy with regards to how we're managing the monstrous amount of data we're obtaining and putting it to good use. The Internet of Things requires three components. The first one is the thing, the physical device or devices collecting the data. The second is connectivity, the communication or transmission. And the third is the cloud system, the distribution system to those who will use the process. Okay? Using the distributed data and information, we're able to add to the intelligence to plan and design our infrastructure based on real, up-to-date data. So we're not getting replaced by sensors, computers, cloud servers, BIM software, or robots just yet. We will, however, start seeing programmers and network engineers as part of the project team to assist in the collection, analysis, and distribution of the data. We will need to use our experience and intelligence to navigate through the data produced by IoT in order to use it effectively. All right, looks like that video's taken off on us. Excellent. So an interesting application of IoT that I'm currently interested in is the extraction of data from vehicle to vehicle, or V2V traffic applications such as Waze, to supplement, dare I say, replace our traffic studies to plan our future infrastructure projects more effectively. V2V applications are part of the IoT in which the data collected through cell phones and GPS communicate to an application where algorithms are applied in order to deliver solutions such as traffic rerouting, delays in travel time, and roadway conditions. As IoT technology emerges, a traffic engineer with the right software and expertise and a skilled programmer will be able to extract data from the application and supplement it with additional data traditionally collected in the field. The combined data can then be translated into traffic simulations in InfraWorks 360 to model different scenarios. Los Angeles and their recently implemented adaptive signalization equipment is another way IoT data can be extrapolated and modeled in a planning software. The information can be used to develop evacuation routes in emergencies, as well as determine best scenarios or traffic rerouting for peak traffic conditions. London tracks pedestrians and bicycle usage through the use of cameras. The technology provides data on how their infrastructure is used and is used in planning street upgrades, such as widening sidewalks, pedestrian signal timing, and whether or not warrants the need for modifying infrastructure to accommodate evolving transportation needs. As IoT emerges, infrastructure planning becomes smarter. As populations grow in our urban centers, infrastructure needs to adapt to suit the needs of the city's inhabitants. The most sustainable infrastructure is smart infrastructure that can adapt to the change in use, change in condition, or change in the environment, not additional infrastructure that needs to be constructed. By incorporating data, transmitting sensors on our city's infrastructure, we're able to monitor pedestrian and vehicle traffic, infrastructure, structural integrity, utility condition, emergency evacuations, and pollution levels. The collected data can provide us with information on how our infrastructure is being used, how it's performing, and how quickly it needs to be replaced. Emerging IoT technologies are also improving public safety. Throughout the United States, highway bridges are aging and are requiring more inspections to monitor their structural health. Through the application of network sensors, bridges now have the ability to communicate their conditions through IoT. Sensors are attached to the bridge's components and the communication through wireless access points to provide remote DOT management facilities the most up-to-date, accurate information on the bridge's integrity, reducing the need for potentially unnecessary inspections. If the sensors monitor greater deflection than is normally tolerated or measure a decrease in material density, fast decisions can be implemented to avoid putting the public in danger and avoiding catastrophe. This technology is not new, but its increased accessibility through emerging IoT technologies has generated greater adoption rates through the DOTs.